Straight ahead on News 20 at 5, the infant mortality rate in Tallahassee increases, and pet owners are being encouraged to keep their pets indoors away from contracting rabies. Your News 20 at 5 starts right now.
From the highest of 7 hills in Florida's capital city, covering every corner of the Big Bend, this is the award-winning News 20 at 5 Live.
Good evening, I'm Ramon Foster. Thanks for being with us today. Leon County's black infant mortality rate has increased. The county has experienced a 20% increase in the last 4 years. A lack of prenatal care has been linked to the rise in black infant mortality. LaRonda Larkins of the Capital Area Healthy Start Coalition explains more on why this number has risen.
What actually causes infant mortality is a lack of knowledge. A lot of women are not familiar with folic acid, which is a vitamin B supplement that they should take on a daily basis, whether they're not pregnant or whether they are pregnant.
According to healthcare providers, Leon County is ranked 28th in the world in infant mortality. Rabies transmission in Tallahassee has pet owners more cautious about leaving their pets outdoors this summer. News 20 at 5 reporter Rasul Shaw has more on this story.
Whether it's walking your dog at Lake Ella or just allowing your cat to lounge outside your home, the possibility of rabies transmission is high. Although there's been only one reported case this year, Charlie Davis, a local pet owner, says he is aware of rabies and is concerned.
The fact that I leave my dog out back all the time in her cage, and it's possible that a lot of animals could come up and transmit the disease rabies to my dog and possibly to me.
Dr. Daniel Stanek, an epidemiologist for the Bureau of Environmental, Public Health and Medicine, says more cases of rabies are reported in North Florida. That's because the rural area provides the proper environment. Leon County has experienced low levels of rabies this year. Dr. Stanek says they only test animals suspected of having the virus. That's why most cases go unreported. The case this year took place in back of a resident's home. Dr. Stanek is also skeptic about heat spreading the virus.
In most cases, heat, light, and UV light and drying all can activate the virus very quickly. So in these hot summer months, the virus is going to, again, be gone in minutes.
According to the Department of Conservation, rabies is a viral disease that attacks the central nervous system. Tallahassee officials believe rabies is a serious public health concern. Now, as of this year, there's only been one reported rabies case here in Leon County, and it's sure to know that in areas such as this, wildlife could possibly harbor the rabies virus. It is sure to know that you should keep your pets indoors, even though that it is said that the hot, warm weather could kill the virus within a few hours. From News 20 at 5, this is Russell Shaw reporting.
A limit on class sizes and a rise in enrollment has required Leon County schools to increase the number of class portables. This also limits the classes available offers to students. Sarah Hembry, Leon High School assistant principal, explains why this change negatively influences education for her students.
Although we have fewer kids in classrooms, we have less classes that we're able to offer. I have less ability to offer new courses, and sometimes I can't offer the courses that my kids actually want.
The purpose of reducing class size is to provide more individual instruction in a classroom. But this change not only has the Leon County School District trying to adjust, but teachers have to adjust to a reduction in their salaries. The Cascade Park of downtown Tallahassee is on its way to completion this October. The new addition is said to have a great impact on the draining systems in Tallahassee. News 20 at 5 reporter Brandon McMullen has more.
Doesn't look much now, but this is the site of the highly anticipated Cascade Park. The $30 million, 24-acre park planned to open in downtown Tallahassee this October. Trucks are rolling in, setting the foundation for the amphitheater within the park, which will be a venue that can seat what officials say thousands of people. Construction began in July of 2010 under the supervision of program manager Dave Snyder of Blueprint 2000. He explained the reason for this signature project.
The project is first and foremost a stormwater project that's going to take water that comes down Franklin Boulevard through Cascades Park in a buried concrete box culvert system and dumps into a pond in the lower end of the park.
Over the years, Franklin Boulevard has been known to flood drastically due to heavy rain and poor drainage systems. Residents near the boulevard have difficult times maneuvering and adjusting to new routes because of the overflow of water onto the streets. Resident Jeff Schaefer lives on Franklin Boulevard where the flooding takes place.
This whole area down here would flood. We'd have water up on our grass, come up over the curbs of the street. All of this, a lot of times they had to close the street off because the water just got too deep, especially out in the middle. City would come down and put up signs.
While tax dollars are being used to construct Franklin Boulevard and the park, there's approximately $4 million being used from grants and private donations. For TV 20 at 5, I'm Brandon McMullen.
Good news for natural gas consumers in Tallahassee. A decrease in the cost of natural gas is expected to lower the cost of your monthly utility bill. Changes to bills will go into effect April 1st and will decrease rates by 3%. To save even more, your own utilities offers rebates on natural gas's appliances. Customers are also encouraged to take advantage of the multiple Energy Smart Plus programs. For more information on these programs, visit www.talgov/u. The FDA bans BPA in baby bottles and sippy cups, and 2 Iowa girls are still missing after being last seen leaving their grandmother's house. Those stories and more coming up after the break.
Florida A&M University students have explored international cultures while discovering what they can become.
From Hong Kong working as a camp counselor to the Dominican Republic for the Study Abroad program, I discovered my passion for international studies. As Miss FAMU, the university has prepared me to represent my institution in the global market.
Discover what you can become.
Descubrir lo que puede llegar a ser.
Yeah, what she said. For more information about our Study Abroad program, visit discoverfamu.com.
Sometimes learning to read can be one of the hardest obstacles that a student has to overcome. However, with help, learning to read can be a child's stepping stone to achieving confidence and produce a drive to become something great. If you want to have an impact on the life of a child, come join our team. Literacy volunteers make a difference. Call 850-487-4444 or check out our website at www.literacyvolunteerleon.org.
All children deserve to have a positive influence in their lives. At Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Big Bend, we match young people with caring adults. By giving the gift of time, you can make a difference in the eyes of a child. You can become a big brother or big sister by calling 850-386-6002. And with you, little moments create big magic.
Remember when imagination could take us anywhere? It still can. Destination Imagination is an extraordinary after-school activity that lets any child experience creativity, teamwork, and problem-solving. Parents and teachers, start a Destination Imagination team and let your child begin the journey of a lifetime.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration bans the use of BPA in baby bottles and sippy cups nationwide. BPA is a chemical that can be found in clear plastic bottles, infant formula containers, and food liners. The chemical has been linked to several health risks that include breast cancer, autism, and developmental disorders. 90% of the population have levels of BPA in their bloodstream, which can be harmful to fetuses, small children, and infants. The search continues for missing Iowa girls Elizabeth Collins and cousin Lyric Cook Morrissey. The 2 were last seen Friday afternoon leaving their grandmother's house on their bicycles. The bikes were found near a bike trail at Myers Park Lake of Iowa City, Evansdale. Lyric's father explains why he is confused as to why anyone would want to kidnap the girl.
No enemies, no nothing like that. It's just baffling to try to figure out the pieces to the puzzle. Looking at it, it doesn't make any sense.
On Monday, authorities began draining Myers Lake in search for the missing girls. There have been nearly 1,000 volunteers helping with the search. Security concerns for the highly anticipated UK Olympics remains an issue after hired security contractors failed to provide all the guards that were promised previously. Private security contractors, G4S, were supposed to supply over 10,000 guards for the Olympics, but now they can only provide 5,800 of their security personnel. The government was forced to intervene as a result and will deploy over 18,000 troops to assist in guarding the event. Governor Rick Scott launches a website that gives the public access to salaries of government employees. News 20 at 5 reporter Jasmine Brown has more.
Governor Rick Scott launches a new website that provides the public with public records and other information, including a state employee salary database. Many residents don't see its purpose.
It's a sense of privacy that's being taken away that I don't feel should be shared with everyone. If I want everyone to know what salary I make, I think I could write it on my forehead and, let them know. If they want to ask, if they want to find out, they can ask.
Despite the controversy, others see the relevance.
With this starting, I think we're able to get more validity in the information that we receive as the public as a whole. I think there's a lot of information that we get that is watered down. And with this, I think the governor is actually starting something that eventually will turn out to be a good thing.
The governor says his plan for accountability budgeting will help you exercise your right to hold government accountable. As taxpayers, you have the right to know how every taxpayer dollar is spent. For News 20 at 5, I'm Jasmine Brown.
Actress Jada Pinkett Smith and husband Will Smith at her side pays a visit to Capitol Hill in Washington. During her appearance, she discusses the importance of Congress raising the fight against human trafficking in the U.S. and abroad. The actress testified before the Senate Relations Committee and has plans to launch a campaign to bring awareness to human trafficking and slavery. When we return, 2 young Tallahassee kids are chosen to compete in the National Future Stars Championship.
Every day, our brave troops and their families stand up for us.
For years, we've asked so much of so few.
Now we have a chance to serve these heroes.
To give time, offer comfort, or lend a hand.
To ease the burden on a military family.
Let's honor their service by volunteering ours.
Florida A&M University students continue to define themselves as role models, pace setters, and young professionals on the global scale.
Choosing FAMU has helped me to discover the world. I've had the opportunity to help America's deployed military families by educating their children in Spain, Italy, Germany, Switzerland, France, Austria.
So how many stamps do you have in your passport?
A lot.
For more information about Camp Adventure and our other programs, visit discoverfamu.com.
Future Olympians and best friends Chase Lane and Jeb Ward are not your traditional 12-year-old boys. With practice 6 days a week, the duo are preparing for the USA Gymnastics National Future Stars competition. They are 2 of the 3 boys in the Southeast region selected to compete in this national championship. The competition will take place in Colorado Springs, Colorado at the U.S. Olympic Training Center on December 2nd. And that's going to do it for us tonight. I'm Ramon Foster. Thanks for watching, and remember to also follow us at FAMUnews20.com for more news updates. Have a great evening.